Okay, so I have completed the achievement for Karasong Wilds, which gets you a back transmog, specifically this back transmog, which is supposed to be a keg. As you can tell from the little spigot there that I noticed after I got it. So, not bad. Unlike the previous achievements I've done, there's only two things to do. So, you need to do the campaign, which is just doing the quests that have the shield. And then when I got to Nile Lagoon, I had completed all the other storylines and then had to do some research and found out I needed to come to this lower south part and do a short quest chain. Most of the storylines are fairly short. They're either fetch quests or breadcrumb quests that send you from one person to another. Like I said, just do, for the most part, the quests that have the shield, like this, and you'll be fine. You can do everything in a day if you really wanted to. And then the touring Karasong Wilds, so explore Karasong Wilds, hidden treasure, and then the one that took some time was the elusive foes, because either I wasn't finding any or I was finding the same ones. So they mostly seem to be on the left side. I would say somewhat around either the Mogu ruin areas or between where Valley of the Four Winds and Karasong Wilds, where the zones kind of run together. Those are usually the two spots where I found them the most. So, completing those two achievements will get you Chen Stormstout Keg. Okay, so I have completed Kun-Lai Summit, which gets you Chen Stormstout's hat, which is a bit misleading because you actually get more than a hat. You get the hat, you also get a back piece that also resembles the hat. So you actually get the hat and that back piece there, which you can transmog together, ironically, I guess you'd say, because the back piece is supposed to be the hat you're wearing. And I have seen people transmog both of these. So, I mean, they do look good together, even though they do look different. I don't know, maybe this is supposed to be a spare hat. Maybe there's a part of lore here I missed. Regardless, I digress. This is what you get. So, what I did was, so I did, to be fair, I did a couple things like a month apart because I needed to run raids or a raid. So I did the tour Kun-Lai Summit, which is just explore, which is simple enough. Defeat 3 foes, which I actually defeated 4, so it's probably 3 at the time. And those seem to be located kind of in a circle. So you see where I am here. They are down kind of along in here, kind of where the Mogu ruin areas are. And then you can kind of circle around, and then you gotta go kind of go up into the mountains a bit. And then you can kind of come back around. So if you just literally kind of go through the middle of the mountain area and then the flatlands area, you'll eventually find your 3. You can't really like stay in one spot necessarily. People seem to be farming all of them fairly frequently, so best advice I can give, the lowlands area is going to have the most. So if you just kind of wanted to fly back and forth through there, as I said, like the Mogu area will have one that spawns fairly regularly. And then I'm trying to remember. The others just kind of seem to be on spawn timers. The one kind of in the middle here, like I said, in the Mogu ruins kind of area, seems to be the most frequent one that is available. So then from there, I did, let's go back here, hidden treasure. So I'm going to show you, or I will show you where I found all 3. Fairly simple there. You actually stay pretty much in the same area. There's one here in the mountains, one over here in the water. Not the ocean, not the shoreline, but there's a bit of water here. And then I believe there was one like in the Mogu ruin kind of area there that I had to go get. So I will show you the location of all 3 of those. And then what took me a minute was the looking for group. So if you see like the Shaw of Anger, I did 521, and then the raid was the last thing I needed, which I did 710. So about, I guess it was 2 months. Yeah. A little over a month. So the Shaw of Anger, people are still killing as they are normally. So that shouldn't be an issue. I had a much harder time in Valley of the Four Winds with that world boss than I did with Shaw of Anger. And then the rest of these are just scenarios, so you can do those pretty much at any, well, except for Shadowpan Monastery. That's the only dungeon. So I guess 3 of these are scenarios, which are fairly easy. Never had any trouble with scenarios. Dungeons, if you're not level 70, can be kind of tricky to try to do the heroic version. You just need either normal or heroic, so it doesn't matter. And then you just need Raid Finder for Mogashan Vaults. So, and you will have to do both wings of these because you need all 6. So, and that was kind of as I expected, with everyone being overpowered in REMIX. It was just kind of just minutes to do. So, yeah, so there you go. So if you complete those 2, you will get Chen Stormstout's hat.